Hello YouTube, this is DrawingKid1313 and welcome to another one of my mod spotlights. In this spotlight, I'm going to be showing you a mod called Incredibly Large Amount of Lag. No, I'm just kidding. This mod is called UGOCraft, and it is a very awesome mod, probably one of the more impressive mods that I have seen um, in this whole time that I've been, playing around with mods in Minecraft. So it is definitely something that is very cool. It is a Japanese mod. It was like made in Japan, and that's where all the stuff originates from it, kind of. And so that means that there's not a lot of documentation in English about it, so it's kind of difficult to learn about. Um, but I think through experimentation, I figured out just enough to show you guys exactly how it works. So let me go ahead and show you that. Right here I have in front of me a windmill, and with this mod it allows you to move blocks. But when most people think about, oh, move blocks, right? Just using pistons, correct? Well, no. This is nothing like a piston, at least not that I have seen. So let me just go ahead and flip it on and show you. You can see that it actually has the mod or the thing rotate, so it's like a giant windmill. Pretty awesome, right? Yeah, so that's definitely not like a piston. And that's just one of the few functions that this mod enables you to, I don't know, move blocks in that way. So you may be thinking, oh, windmill, well, why would I want to do that? Why would I want to rotate blocks so that's like a windmill? I'm not exactly trying to, I don't know, save the earth or anything. Well, that's not the only thing you do with that rotate block function. Another thing that you can do is, if I go over here, you can make a giant door. Awesome. I love it. So you can see that I just have one giant door, um, and I'll go over all like the specifics of what exactly is the block I'm using, how it's all hooked up, and how it works. So you just stay tuned for that. Right now I'm just showing you everything. Diamonds. So, and then we can also close it, of course. Alright, so another type of movement that we have is either vertically or horizontally. This is an example, sorry, of a vertical movement. So I'm going to flip this lever, and you can see that the platform starts to move up. Also notice that it's a really smooth movement, like there's pretty much no problems except for the fact that my computer's lagging like crazy. And then once we get to the top, it stops. And as you probably noticed, this is definitely not convenient, having to like go around the side. Oops. Having to go around the side and flip this lever. There's other ways to, wire it all up so that the button can even be on the platform that you're on. However, um, it's kind of above my redstone skills. So I'll let you guys do that, but I'm just showing you the basic movements of the blocks that are in this mod. So I'm going to flip the lever again, and you can see that, oops, that it moves down. There we go. It doesn't really like when you're flying. So you can see that it moves down. So pretty awesome. We have a block that rotates things, and we have a block that slides things, but in a very smooth manner, and without any noises from pistons, which is even better. So now that I've kind of shown you what each of the blocks do, now I'm going to show you exactly how they work. So let me go ahead and get everything that I need, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm over here with some of the materials that I'm going to need, and you can see that the first thing that we're going to look at is the core block rotation. Now it is called like a core block because there's other blocks in the game that they don't really serve like a function like rotating a block, but they help to control the block's movement. So anyways, with the core block rotation, we can go ahead and look up the recipe, and it's just a stick, some iron ingots, a piston, and some redstone, getting you the core block of rotation. Now, this is pretty simple. You can put it down and it's directional. You can see that this little dot on the face. What this indicates is this is the face that's going to be doing the rotating. So you can see that if I stood on top of it and place it, the dot's going to be on top. If I stand to the side of it and place it, it's going to be to the side. So that's just how you place the blocks. Now if we go ahead and just put one block on there and put a piston or a lever next to it, and we turn it on, you can see that it's going to rotate it. Awesome, right? Now you can connect stuff to this. So I could put many blocks on top, and I can even put blocks out to the side, just as I did with the windmill. Just gonna go out like that, and like that, and like that. I think that was even. Yep, okay. So now when we turn it on, it's going to rotate this whole structure. Awesome, right? Now notice that you can't like place anything while it's moving. And yeah, you just can't do that. I believe, like, if I had to have one guess on how exactly this mod works, I would say that it changes the blocks that are in here into entities, and that's why it's able to move kind of differently than most blocks are in Minecraft. But that's just my guess. I'm no modder or anything. So now another helpful thing that you're going to need when using this mod is you're going to need this, a control panel. A control panel, I'm just going to give myself one right here, and we can go ahead and look at the recipe for it. It's just some buttons, some glass panes, and a piece of redstone. So pretty simple. What this control panel allows you to do is it allows you to change the speed at which it rotates. So you can see right now it's at 1. What if I, like, I don't know, bump that up to 20? You can also change the direction, right or left, and then if you click this arrow, you can go plate camouflage. That is something I'll get in a little bit later. And you can also say special connect, dirt deny, and stone deny. Basically what this is saying, since the rotating block tries to move any block that it is attached to, so like let's say I had, I don't know, some other structure right here. Alrighty. And it just happened to be connected to this thing. Now when I turn this on, that whole thing is going to rotate, if you notice right here. I believe I could even stand on it. Yep. Pretty fun. So that whole thing is going to rotate. Now you would be thinking, well, it's connected to the grass blocks, right? Well, once it stops spinning here, hopefully soon, and we look at it with our control panel, we can't do it while it's moving, but now we can since it stopped. You can say that special connect is denied for dirt. So this means that dirt blocks, or grass, because they're kind of the same thing, are not going to be moved by this machine. So let's say if I were to put, I don't know, some piece of dirt right there, I want to do this, it's not going to move it. However, if I just get rid of this so that there's no problems, one more block. If I right click on here with the control panel and go into here and say special connect dirt allow, click done, and now when we flip our lever, the dirt is going to move. And I believe, don't quote me on this again, but I believe that you can edit these in the config files. You can do, I don't know, stone allow, you can, I don't know, disable various objects. So that's the rotational block, and you can see that, I don't know, if you wanted to build a quick door that I did, you could have a block right there, followed by some iron. Alrighty, so I'm just going to make that, I don't know, 4 wide, sure. Okay, 3. I want it to be 3 wide. And I want it to be a 3x3 door, because I remember trying to, do work with pistons and whatnot. I absolutely hated, like, 3x3 piston doors and whatnot. This makes it so much more easier. So you can see that it's just going to rotate, and we can walk in. Now what happens if we want to add, I don't know, maybe like an actual room to this? Like, this is pretty cool, but what happens if we wanted to make it to where, what exactly am I trying to say? Like, it's actually part of a room, and not just a floating door in the middle of nowhere. Well, with this, you can, connect things, and let's say that, let's say that you wanted to, I don't know, expand your house, like so. Alright, so I'm just going to make a simple little room here. And there we go. And shall we add a roof? Yeah, sure. I'm going to add it one more block higher. Because if you remember, the door that we are doing is a 3x3 door. So we want to give it enough room to move, right? Alrighty. So now when we flip our lever, nothing's going to happen. This is mainly because, probably because I have the redstone wiring down badly. So let's try doing this. There we go. Well, now since I have the redstone wired up, it's not working. The whole house is rotating. That's not exactly what we wanted to do, unless you wanted to get motion sick. Um, so there's a way to fix this though. If we go into NEI here, we can see that we have insulation plates. I'm going to go ahead and give myself one right here, get rid of NEI, and show you the recipe for this. It's just one slime ball and 3 iron ingots, and this gets you 16 of them. So it's not really a cheap recipe, but this is kind of essential if you want to, I don't know, go further with your builds. So basically what these do is they act as kind of like a block between the blocks that you want to be moved and the blocks that you do not want to be moved. So we don't really have to do this underneath of it because the dirt is set to deny, but just in case we can go ahead and place them right there. And notice how we can still place blocks on top of them. So okay, now the bottom is covered. Let's go ahead and get the side. So you can see now that we do the side right there, and you can right click on one of these to get one off. And then we can go ahead and place our blocks back. We have to do the same with the top. Right there. Oops. Fail. And cover it up. And then we should also do the same with this side as well. Cover it up, and it's raining and dark at the same time. So let's go ahead and solve that. There we go. Turn rain, and I want it to be sunny. Alright, so now hopefully when we do this, only this door should open. And that it does. So you just built yourself a house with a neat little revolving door. Which that's another pretty cool thing. You could make a revolving door. I don't know, that would be pretty neat. As you can see, the possibilities with this mod are pretty much endless. So that's the rotational block. As you can see, there are a lot more things that you can do with this other than just making windmills and pretty looking doors. But anyways, let's go ahead and look at the next thing that we have. So the next thing that we have here is the core block. That is not it. I should have been more prepared when I did this. The next thing that we have is the core block slide. And what this does is, just like in the elevator, it slides the block, either horizontally or diagonally. So now we're just going to go ahead and look at the recipe for this. It's just a wooden plank with some iron ingots, redstone, and a piston. So let's go ahead and look at how this works. Let's say that we wanted to make a moving wall. So we're going to just build ourselves just a little platform, that way we can have, or actually no, we could put this right here. Alright, so if we put that right there, and we're going to put one of these down. Let me go ahead and get rid of those. And we need 2 different blocks. A marker off, marker block off, and a marker block on. So I'm just going to go ahead and give myself a stack of each of those. And on here, I'm going to place my marker block off. Marker block off and on are pretty much indicators that tell this sliding block when to stop sliding. So now we're just going to go ahead and build around here. And we could build it as big as we want, again, with the whole connecting the blocks thing. And what this should do, hopefully, is, and you know what, let's go ahead and make this look a little bit prettier. Oops, that's not it. Let's see. Yeah, you know what, never mind. I'm not going to go for pretty, I'm just going to show you how it works. So let's just go ahead and replace those. I know that's not exactly where they go. Let's place back our stopper block. Over here at the end, we're going to want a marker block on. And oh yeah, I forgot to show you the recipes for these. A marker block on, or a marker block off, is crafted by putting a marker block on in there. And a marker block on is crafted with an iron ingot and some redstone. And again, you could either put a crafting or a marking block off into a crafting grid. So now hopefully what this should do, if we apply a redstone signal to it with a lever of some sort, bam, it's not going to do anything. That is awesome. Alright, I'm back here and I found my mistake. Remember how I replaced the bottom of these with iron blocks? Well, you can't do that because what it was trying to do is it was trying to move the whole thing. And instead of trying to move the whole world over one block and then, you know, crashing my game, it just didn't do it. So you can see that I'm going to place my blocks back right here and use a lever, and hopefully now this should work. Bam. And that it did. So you can see, I don't know, maybe if we had a wall of some sort, of course with our little blocks right there to block everything. There we go. And now we can go ahead and just have, I don't know, some type of wall here. Pretend like this is a room of some sort. There you go. So now you know this is kind of backwards, but you're gonna go out, the door opens, and there you go. Bam. So again, I'm not really the best at redstone wiring, but you know, it'll do. Um, let's see, some other possibilities with this block is you could make train tracks. You could just have a whole bunch of these things pushing along one large boat. I saw that in a video. I believe it was probably the creator of this mod that made a video of a few features of it. And so yeah, you can make like, I don't know, train tracks, you can make mob traps, you can make this like a crusher type thing. You know, if you were to have something like so, and up here, and then you had something like this, what would end up happening is it would, you know, crush the mobs that are inside it. There we go. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. So now you can also see that we can put our cover blocks on here. And now if we press this lever, it's going to go over and it's just going to smash. Boom. So, you know, pretty awesome. So as you can see, this mod is definitely very cool. It has endless possibilities. I'm sure that the mod maker is working on different movements and stuff. There is one block that I did not cover in this little spotlight that I have for you guys, and that is the core block cannon. The reason why I did not cover it is because I am not entirely sure how it works. I spent about, I don't know, half an hour trying to fiddle around with it and trying to get it to work for you guys, but it was to no avail, and I did not get it. So, you know, probably a reason for that, the mod forum page is kind of, it wasn't really all that clear. I think they changed something and didn't update the forum page. But anyways, that is probably going to be changed in a future update. And basically what the cannon block does is it makes an explosion and it basically shoots a block off. It's kind of like a TNT cannon, but without the need of like water and TNT. So you know, you could have something above it and it would just go off. It would shoot up and it would go up, and then after it goes up, depending on how you have the strength, it'll go back down. So pretty awesome. So this has been Maocat1313, and I hope that you have enjoyed this mod showcase. I know that I really like this mod, and like I said, it's probably one of my more favorite mods. Like I said, there's a lot to be added to it, I bet, and it's just downright amazing. I can't believe that they got like the actual blocks to rotate and just be like diagonal and all that. I really like how they did that, and I am very impressed with the overall progress of this mod. So again, this is Maocat1313. I hope you enjoyed, and if you really enjoyed, you can go ahead and leave me a like. You can go ahead and comment, or you could even go ahead and subscribe if you have nothing else to do. So this has been my mod showcase on UGO. I hope that you have UGOCraft. I hope that you have enjoyed this, and I will see you all later.